What up, y'all? It's Excellence, Big Bang Fazo, or Bucky, in this 1250 series grind, and this is the first nuke of this little challenge series, whatever you want to call it. Now, I do plan to get a nuke for every prestige on this account while I'm the prestige. Now, unfortunately, that has not happened. I've already failed the challenge, kinda. Well, I'm 4 prestige at the moment you're seeing this video. In this video, I'm not even first prestige, so I thought made it really cool. That was definitely my first challenge, first little grind to get the nuke before I prestige. Because I don't know what prestige I got my first nuke on when I was Rubik. It might have been 4th or 5th. But it was Favela and it was flawless, so I can't complain. And I'm not sure when I realized I was flawless in this video. I don't remember when. I think it was knowing how slow the game was playing for me and how much flags I was capping. But once I realized I was flawless, I knew I had to call it in. But shout out to Mr. B2 for letting me use his rival when I picked up off the ground. The blue conversion kit rival. That shit has a 50 round drum. That is actually insane. That definitely would have kept me in the gunfights in the streak way longer. For I don't really run a 50 round drum on my rival, but I've been running the 30 on the MCW a lot lately. I'll show you that in some old recent videos. But I came through. I did my thing. The SVA is a good gun, don't get me wrong. I just didn't think I was able to do the job for the rest of this gameplay because I didn't have the build finished or anything for my when I have my main account. But the build I run for the SVA is pretty solid. I definitely would have used that for this game if I had it leveled up at the time. But still a great gun, definitely a good AR for this game. So as you can see, I'm still playing the objective, playing a little slow, not too slow though. I definitely know where the spawns are at. But again, when you're in the 6 stack, especially with people that stack up kills pretty frequently, you have to be aware of the spawns. You have to keep pushing spawns and fighting for your kills. You shouldn't have to fight for your kills. You should definitely make sure whenever someone's streaking, you at least hold your nuke if you get it, or you let the person close to the nuke get the kills that are nearby. I have to constantly fight for my kills when I'm in the 6 stack. 3 or 4 stacks different though. When I'm with Botsy, Q, and Rar and like a 4-man, it's not too bad. But with Mister and Raven's kind of just a support player, not really trying to discredit him. He has a funny moment at the end of the game I'll talk about later. But Mister, he wants to win. That's all I want to do. That's all I care about if I don't get the nuke. You know, in a 6-man you're expected to, especially when you all have IQ, control the map and all that shit. But thank God for my win-loss ratio always being high in or out of a 6-man, but a 6-man does make a difference. But I'm all about the kills, man. I'm trying to get my kills for the nuke, and I keep getting assists. And yeah, my kills getting assisted or someone else just kills the person I'm running to. That's also what I have to deal with. But first advanced UAV of the game, of my streak at least, and I did not let that shit go to waste. As you can see, they're all stacking on C. Go 1, 2. Do I get any more? Okay, I think it was just a 2 piece. I feel like there was more for that kill feed. Anyway, so again, I'm playing the objective hard as hell. Sometimes I have to do that to get my streaks early. But it's easier in domination than hard point sometimes. But I read the spawn because everyone's on the other side, and that's the one thing I don't like about 6-man either. Maybe because it's a small map, the spawns are gonna flip constantly, so I have to always deal with that. Always be aware. I'm not trying to sit on one side of the map while the other team's killing them on the other side, because then they can definitely kill me on some really bad contact shit. So anyway, so I get a 1, 2. Okay, simple 2 I thought it was more. But the riot shield was also a factor in this game. I did not want to die to that because it's happened before on like a 26 streak. Not on this map, but on other maps. But getting these small map nukes is not easy. The spawns are just so fucking hectic, and there's almost always rats on the map, so you have to deal with that. So I don't know how many caps I had to end the game. I'll look at the score when this is over. But it's definitely double digits, I'm sure. Now the Swarm is probably my favorite kill streak I've been using on this game since I first started. And the 6-man is kind of OP, and it's very, very nerve-wracking for the other team. But if you're playing against rats, that is a little reality check for them. That's kind of the cue for them to quit. Because usually when you get your Swarm, everybody leaves the game, because that's just a fucking overpowered kill streak. But I use it to count my kills more when I'm stacking, because it's like 2 of 15 gun streaks. Well, 29 with mission control and plus 1 more kill, but that's why I use it. And whenever the swarm is going off, I rush the spawn while they have spawn protection. And while they're weak, I pick up some easy kills. That's all it is. That's the only reason why I've used the Swarm. But it is fun to kind of scare them out the game and get hella fucking XP, stack your KD, all that shit. But it's not needed in the 6-man. Let me get that straight. I do not need a Swarm in the 6-man. I take full responsibility of these hectic ass spawns sometimes when you're on these kind of games. But anyway, so that's my 20 streak right there. Mister definitely has the advantage of being in his back pocket. 21. I don't know how I live here, but I do. 22. Usually once you get the 20 streak, you start locking in and feel a little bit more comfortable. I feel like I have more time stressing stacking the streak than I do finishing the streak, you know? But I think that's another assist, yep. And I think Botsy was on like a 20-something last time I checked the screen. So that's also why I called him my nuke so early. It was not that early. It was definitely about to be the end of the game, but I didn't want him getting a nuke and then calling in his shit, and I don't call in mine. That's what, yeah, he's on a 20 right there. So I don't know if he dies off it, but I was making sure I at least got the nuke before he got his. So it was like a race against time, race against the spawns, all that shit. So that's my 25, yep, 26. And this is a really risky situation right here. I had to reload both my guns. No, wait, yeah, one of my guns, but I still got the 27th right there. I think that was 27th? I don't remember, it's 20-something. Yeah, I think that was 29. I get the nuke right here. So I run in. Wait for the spawn, play it safe. Yep. There it is. Again, I was really hyped for this shit. I don't know what bots he was on. I stopped watching the kill feed. But Raven gets mad at me for calling in the nuke. Apparently he had his third Beetle. Not that that really matters, because a nuke is a little more important than the Beetle. Yeah, bots is on a 25. Yeah, I made sure not to choke this. Wait. There's a nuke. I was looking at something else on my screen. Sorry. There we go. I called it my Swarm right there, but I think it's a double nuke. I'm not really looking at the kill feed right now.
Let's fucking go.
I don't know if we double nuked it yet. But, sorry, Raven. In the moment, I was ready to call my shit in, man. I'm sorry, but I don't think he's ever gonna get a nuke with our squad. He's not terrible, but that's just the reality of it. But yeah, I'm hype. It was flawless. I do have another flawless nuke coming soon. But it was a great way to start my week. This is on like a Monday too. Coming off a great weekend. I think it was about May 19th of this video. I got this nuke. Yeah. But anyway, so that's the first nuke of the 1250 series. First flawless nuke as well. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a like and comments if y'all want more of these.